Welcome back to Leave Me Alone, the podcast where I try to enjoy life and end up overanalyzing every human interaction along the way. This is episode 4 and today's topic is Disneyland Paris. Yes, the happiest place on earth, or as I like to call it, an introvert's endurance test set to cheerful background music. And before you ask, no, I haven't gone yet. This is the before part, the planning, the overthinking, the full-blown, I want to be excited, but also I might just stay home and eat toast stage. In theory, I'm excited. Disney, magic, churros. But in reality, I'm already stress sweating about the airport crowds and wondering if I can make it through the weekend without quietly muttering, I hate people every 5 minutes. I'd love for it to be a peaceful, private experience, just me, my family, and 0 other humans. But apparently, Disney only shuts down the park for the Kardashians. Tragic, really. And let's talk about the flying. Everyone else calls it a short, easy trip. I call it being trapped in a metal cylinder of emotions. You've got turbulence, recycled air, and at least one person nearby who thinks taking off their shoes on a plane is basic human rights. Meanwhile, I'm gripping the armrest like I'm trying to telepathically keep the plane in the air, pretending I'm calm while my inner voice is running a full disaster simulation. And then there's the baby crying like it's auditioning for The Exorcist, someone behind me using my seat like it's a trampoline, and then across the aisle, there's a guy sniffing hand sanitizer like it's Chanel No. 5. It's less flight to Paris and more social experiment sponsored by my anxiety. I'm not even in the park yet and the social anxiety is already boarding the plane with me. Let's skip ahead. I've landed, I've survived the flight. Victory? Not quite. Now it's time for baggage claim. Humanity's cruelest team sport. The announcer goes,
"Attention passengers, your bags may or may not be arriving shortly. Or at all."
Great, so my clean socks are probably on a connecting flight to Iceland. Love that for me. Meanwhile, everyone crowds around the carousel like it's a Black Friday sale, and my suitcase is, of course, the last one to appear. Every time the belt spins and it's not mine, I feel personally attacked. Now here's where my brain goes into full introvert meltdown mode. I start imagining the crowds, the queues, the people who stop in the middle of the walkway to take selfies like they're the only ones there. I can already see it. I'll be standing there in a 2-hour line for a ride I don't even like, slowly losing my will to live while holding a churro like it's a stress ball made out of sugar. But there's a part of me buried somewhere beneath the sarcasm and the hand sanitizer that's actually excited. I can't wait for my 3-year-old to meet Buzz Lightyear. Mostly because it means I can retire from playing him at home, wearing a broken dinosaur egg as a helmet and a pair of swimming goggles. I deserve a medal, or at least a coffee. And sure, I'll still be quietly judging the families in matching Disney Squad t-shirts until I realise we're that family. My wife's already packed a week's worth of Disney merch, so at this point I'm basically a walking advertisement for the brand. All that's missing is a price tag and a cheerful buy one get one free sign. So here I am, packing snacks, noise-cancelling headphones, and emotional resilience. I'm ready, or at least as ready as an anxious antisocial human can be, to face the happiest place on earth in October. And if all goes well, I'll have a few magical moments, minimal breakdowns, and maybe, just maybe, I won't lose it over a €7 churro. No promises. And hey, if it all goes horribly wrong, at least I'll make a great podcast episode. So to all my fellow anxious introverts, remember, it's okay to want the magic, even if the crowds make you want to vanish. Take a deep breath, find your corner of peace, and remember you're doing just great by showing up. I'll report back next week to let you know how it went, assuming I survived the flight, the crowds, and the emotional whiplash of pretending to be cheerful in a place full of strangers dressed as pumpkins. Wish me luck, or better yet, wish for Disney to shut down the park for me. But again, I'm not a Kardashian, so we all know how that's going to go. And while I'm away trying not to completely lose it at Disneyland Paris, I want to hear your stories, travel fails, awkward encounters, people watching moments that made you think, yep, I'm done with humans. I want them all. Head to my link tree and send them in. I'll read a few on my next episode, assuming I survive the queues, the crowds, and whether chaos awaits me. Because misery loves company, especially when it's funny, socially distant, and slightly sarcastic.